Okay, so here's a better video. So for those of you who haven't seen it, I put up a different opener on my door last week. What is it, you ask? Well, here's the remote. It's a Marantec. It's the Marantec MacLift Deluxe 2005. The unit is from 2004. It came off of my shop at work and still works great. And it's a lot quieter and slower than the 3850. So I thought I'd put it up here because of noise reasons. Let's open it using the remote that came with it, the 1402, the ML 1402, I'm sorry. So much quieter, just because it doesn't go into that high-speed mode. That high-speed mode, this door being on 12-inch radius, really just kind of made the door jerk around a lot. And you could hear it pretty good upstairs, and I didn't like that. So, more about this remote. This remote, I got two of these. This one has the visor clip that it does. Here, if I can do this, certainly. Don't know if I can do this one-handed. Nope, I can't go on here. There we go. The visor clip does come off, and then you have the label on the back. It's 40 megahertz. So, and then this visor clip's kind of cool. It has a, I don't know if you can see it, but on the back it actually has like Velcro almost, so it sticks to the visor and doesn't flip off every time you pull your visor down. This is the other remote that came with it. It's identical. So both still work. I pulled this off the shop door about 2 years ago, and I put in a couple of Chamberlains. One because it was an 8-foot door, as you'll notice. The rail is super long. So an 8-foot door, this opener just seemed really, really slow, and at work every day, it just would take forever to open. Not only that, my boss wanted something that he could program universally with his other openers, so he'd have like one remote running all 3 doors in his shop. Plus, he wanted the mic use so he'd know if the door was open or closed when he was away. So we will run it down now. Here we go. Honestly, if this were a belt drive and not a chain drive, you wouldn't even be able to hear this thing. That the motor is that quiet. And to be honest, with this being on a 7-foot door, it really doesn't seem that slow. But the 8550 is now, let's see here, under here. These are just a few of the heads I have. Those are the Chamberlain WLEDs that I had on my doors upstairs. I replaced those because on one of them the 880 went bad, and 2, they were just getting super loud. Inside the house it'd sound like a 1260 was opening and closing the door, and that shouldn't sound like that. That is my 1280, and behind it, is a 1265. That is my whisper drive that I converted to a chain drive. Here is the 3850. Now this is a 3585 from my aunt and uncle. That is also a very quiet unit, a lot faster though. Those are kind of cool. And then this was the 8365 that came with my house. It was loud and the bushing on top went bad. And that was only after 6 months of being used. So we'll run this back up and I will get close to the unit so you can hear just how quiet this is. This unit comes so far back I can't because I have this shelf back here. Yeah, the the chain slapping against the rail is what makes most of the noise. One interesting thing about this, when I was hooking it up, I'm going to show you here. Let me take the cover off. When I was hooking this up, I couldn't get it to run more than 4 inches at a time. And I couldn't figure out why, because when I was looking at the diagram, I knew I had it wired the correct way. Oh, hold on, let me turn off the ceiling lights in here because the one light is right there. If you guys can see, let's see here, the wire, that red wire that's way up there, that wire comes out of the motor and has to go into that first terminal. If it's not in that terminal, along with the other sensor wire, the white wire for the sensor wire, the opener will not run. I don't know why that is. I've never, even the wiring diagram doesn't show it. But just on a hunch, I put it in there because I kind of remembered when I took this unit down, I had to take that out of there. So, don't know what that is for, but maybe one of you do. If you could tell me, let me know. Anyway, this is that unit. This unit's probably going to stay up for a little while until I get my side mount. Hopefully that'll be soon. I'm just trying to save up some money. So, thank you for watching.